Well, as much as the father could express what he feels, but like I said, we'll be respectful. But we want to just continue to say, there's so many people are behind you. We've seen this before, and we'll do everything that we can to make sure that that something is done, and we'll use every bit of resource that we can to make sure that we don't let up and we're not afraid. And like I told Crumb before, it's like a lot of times, you've seen these witnesses. A lot of these guys out here get afraid, and we don't want to be afraid. And then we have Amos, we have Dave Brown here too. His father is Amos Brown. Just to sit in, his father's Amos Brown, who was one of the biggest preachers here, who was taught by Martin Luther King. One of the 8 students that were taught by Martin Luther King. His father is a huge advocate for civil rights. So you have that arm and that muscle as well. And so with that being said, like I said, we're here at your stead.
And Marcus, why don't you tell them about how you're feeling, how are you feeling? It's been 2 months since your son was killed. How are you hanging in there? How are you getting along?
Mr. Trump is wrong. You know your kid was lynched by a lynch mob, racial profile, and killed. Man, that's a harm. Your baby boy, he would have been 26 years old tomorrow. Rob his life because of the race of his color, because he's a black young man. It just ain't right. And these people still not locked up. They still wanting the street and enjoying their life. You gonna be home with your son. I'm got to celebrate my son's birthday without him tomorrow. He no longer with me. He ain't but 26, would have been 26 years old. Man, it's so sad. It's so hurtful, so heartbreaking.
God bless you.
Man, something got to be done. This stuff got to stop. They got to stop killing our children. They got to stop killing our children. Man, I thank you for being here for me, man.
Well,
I thank you for supporting my family. Hey, bro, keep doing what you're doing. Thank you.
Well, first of all, I can't tell you how much pain we all feel and how close it is to us. And we want to wrap our arms around you, man. We want to make sure that, like I said, anything that you need from us, because you're absolutely right. If the shoe was on the other foot, we constantly say, this is what we constantly say. If you are an ex-police officer and you see a threat, the question is, you have a .357 Magnum, I suppose, and a shotgun. And if you really feel threatened, why not get in your truck and drive off? Why not stay in your truck? Why not stay in your truck and call the authorities and wait for them to show up? If you really think this man has robbed somebody in broad daylight with a white T-shirt on, jogging in this neighborhood, which is absolutely senseless, but let's just say you actually do believe that, which is senseless, then why not go through the proper channels of stopping the man, questioning the man? The constant thing we constantly ask our law enforcement is, why is it when it's people of color, it escalates to murder? When people have carried out murderous acts and you sit them down, you apprehend them. If you harken back to when the young kid goes into the church and he annihilates these black people, churchgoers, and as opposed to anything happening to them, you protect them, you take care of them. Those are the types of things that we continue to ask. If you feel like you are threatened, even on the 911 call, they're saying, well, what is he doing wrong, sir? They're trying to talk to these guys like, what is it? What we don't handle ourselves that way. What it is that we have started to condone that type of behavior. We have people at the top who are saying that it's okay. These are good people, that racism somehow is okay. And that's why it's so unfortunate, but we have to really be so strong and so fearless, because we have to make these changes, and it's going to be tough. And to all, and I beg of my people that have influence to not hide on this, to not to not hide behind whatever gate or whatever little money that you made, because that money will mean nothing when you're on the other end of it. Me and this young man, we've been in situations where I had to say, just down the street from me in my own place, where the cop pulls me over and it's, he's yelling at me, and I'm 50 something years old. So I'm like, okay, I understand what's going on, so I plead with him and said, just let me show you my information because you're too hot right now. And the kid, a 26-year-old police officer, who has this thing in his head, the perception of what he thinks a black man is. And so we're all under siege, no matter where you are, no matter what house you live in, no matter what you are still a black man, and anything can go wrong at
Well,
any
you a
time.
real boy.
So
Real man.
so we are here. We won't be silent. And I can tell you right now, people are really awake and whatever you need from us, sir, we really want to support.
Nah, thank you so much, Jamie, as always. And I don't know if you're recording or not or anything.
I am recording, yes.
Okay. I wanted to just say, at some point, how long is it going to be? Georgia's trying to say now it's June 12th is the time that the governor has said the courts can open back up. Mind you, they said essential services for tattoo parlors, for bars, for massage parlors, for bowling alleys, but they have concluded getting justice for Ahmaud Arbery is not essential. And so, we're arguing that, and also, Jamie, they're saying they're not even certain when June 12th comes that they can open back up the courts. They will reevaluate. So it might be even more time passes before a grand jury is impaneled. And so we are pleading and demanding to Judge Governor Kent that let Georgia Bureau of Investigations do their job. Don't continue to let these men enjoy their freedom without at least being arrested. They're going to get their day in court. We know that. But they need to be arrested, just as Mr. Marcus said, if it was him and it was Ahmaud and they were in that truck with a .357 Magnum and a shotgun and they went and chased that young white man and killed him, they know they would be in jail. They probably wouldn't even get a bond. And so why the justice system treats it differently when it's Black America and white America? We need one justice system for the United States of America. And this case is going to be a testament to, can we give equal justice to all our children, especially Ahmaud Arbery? And I know, and I'll shut up and let Mr. Marcus talk about how painful it is knowing that the killers of his child are free, sleeping in their own beds at night.
Yes, please talk about it.
It's hard, Jamie. It's hard when you know I got 3 children, and he was the youngest of all of them. And my children told down about it. My daughter seen that horrible video where he been lynched at, and she like to kill me. My daughter hollered and cried so long, and her foot, it like to kill me. I didn't know whether I was gonna live the next day because I hate to see my children hate like that. Somebody got to be strong for them. So I said, Lord, have mercy, I got to be strong for my children. Because my daughter, she getting her master's degree, and I don't know what's going to happen to her with her master's degree now. Lord, have mercy. She always just been an A student all through school, good girl. And now I don't know what's going to happen to her because her younger brother got killed like that, like he was an animal, run down, lynched, like you go hunt an animal down.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be treated like that. I don't care what no justice system, it ain't no man above the law. So they need to come clean with this him. You're not above the law. Come on. You don't supposed to be scared to go at no man when he break the law. Just like you ain't scared to go at us when we break it. You punish us. You got African Americans sitting in prison right now. So you got all the evidence in the world to go make you arrest on these lynch mobs. Because if you don't, Lord help them, it ain't gonna be right. They're gonna find a way to lynch again and again and again and again. They ain't gonna stop. They got to stop somewhere.
God bless you. Let me ask you a question. Put in perspective who your young son was. Let the world know right now just who he was.
He was a young man that would give you the shirt off his back. If he had $1, Jamie, I ain't tell you no lie, God, he'd give it to you. You needed that $1. That's how good my boy was. And he was so kind. I just had to get on him about that. He'll work for his paycheck, and if you need his whole paycheck, he gave it to you. I said, son, you're supposed to give the whole paycheck to people. Don't do that.
Right.
Keep some of your hard-working money. That's the kind of boy he was.
Right.
He was a people man. He loved people. Everybody loved him. He was a lover boy. He had that heart like I had.
Right.
I look at him, I said, man, you're in spirit of me. Because I got a good giving heart, man. I tell my people, you know what I'm saying? I always try to help people. That's how he was. And you bless my boy with a heart like that? Come on, man. Where y'all heart at? You do something like that. You ever sit back and think he got a father? He got sisters. He got brothers. Y'all ever thought about that? You ever thought about his mama? Ever thought about you pull a trigger on him like that? I prefer y'all to just beat him up than to just take his life. I'd have felt bad for you to beat him up. At least I said, well, I can nurse my boy back to health. Come on, y'all monsters, y'all killed him. Killed him and left him in the street like an animal. Damn it. I'm getting too emotional now, boy. It's rough for me, man.
I understand.
As a dad, I just trying to hold it together and I just,
I understand.
I just can't explain it, Dan. I just really can't.
That's, you know, we understand, and it leaves you speechless in today's world in 2020 that a young man just minding his business.
Mind his own business. And workout fanatic.
Yeah, a workout fanatic, huh? That's what he's doing, working out.
Going for it.
Yes. He following in my footsteps because I love to work out all the time. I was a athlete, played football. I did all kinds of stuff. I did martial arts too. I was just in shape.
And Marcus, did y'all play football at the same high school? You and your
I played at Brother High. He played at Brother High too.
Yeah, and he was an all-county football player when he was in high school.
Yeah, all around. He just was all around the field. He just athletic.
Wow. Well, listen. All we can say is today is that we with you. There's a lot of people with you. I saw Ellen do a post. I saw
Justin
Bieber, Demi Lovato, a lot of people who are white, just to be honest with you, who are affected by this as well. A lot of times in these situations, as black folk, they see it as a black problem. Oh, the black people are complaining again. But in this situation, you cannot turn your face or turn your head away from that video, which is horrendous, and not feel something. If you don't feel something, then you are what I have known to be. Being from the South, I know these people. I've been chased as a kid. I've been called nigger, was chased every day across tracks. I've been told they got shotguns and they'll use them. And I used to constantly say, what is it about me that you hate so much? Because I was just born.
Thank you.
I was just born. We all just born. This black man just born. Yes. This father was just born. We just want to live our lives, not be bothered. And then they'll turn it around and say, well, black people kill other black people. I said, well, here's the thing. Let me explain this to you. Okay, if Rondell shoots Ray Ray, Rondell goes to jail. Rondell is arrested. That's what you're not understanding. We understand that completely. We're not blind or deaf to the fact that we have problems in our community that we deal with every day because of circumstance, because of financial, because of being huddled in one place and told that you have to survive with nothing. And it's the intent of what we're talking about, the intent of seeing a black man and wanting to kill that black man because of the color of his skin or what you think is in your mind at this black man. It's the intent. It's a different thing if someone is in a survival mode, but when a person goes out of their way because you know at the end of the day, inside you and inside your heart and those conversations you have at your dinner table about black people are distorted. And all you need is a spark to get it going because you know that the system is on your side. You know that you can stand your ground or protect your castle or whatever, hide behind it. And you are what gets me is you are an ex-person of the law. You know good and well, all you have to do, if you felt like this young man is doing something wrong, is call the police.
Come on with it, bro.
Just call
Yes.
the police. And so we have to unveil it. We have to stop talking in situations, and we have to stop letting people direct our narratives. Like say, like we shouldn't feel a certain way. Someone says, "Well, you shouldn't call it a black day." People are this and that. It's like this: going to a cancer charity, and someone stands up and says, "Well, what about diabetes?" We're not talking about that. We're talking about how we feel as black men, how we feel as black folks, and now. Just to let you know, it's not just black. Everybody's talking about it. I don't want to hold you any longer, but listen, you'll be able to get in touch with me, talk to us anytime you want. And Crumb, like I said, you know, anything you need from me, man, and all of us, we open our house to you, we open our resources to you, and whatever you need, we'll get it done.
Thank you, man. God bless.
God bless you.
And I just wanted to say, people want to know what they can do. There's a change.org petition out there that, Color of Change petition out there that people can go sign. But also, you know, you have the charge. What is the charge going to be, Jamie? And just to educate your audience, you know, they teach us in first year law school about malice or forethought, which is an essential element for murder. And I often wondered, and Marcus and I have talked about it, what was in their minds when they got in that pickup truck with this shotgun and this 357 and went chasing his son? What was in their mind? I believe it was evil intent. They meant to confront him, and that's an element of murder. And through observation, our investigators look at that shotgun, and it looks like a single pump shotgun. So every time he shot, he had to cock it. And so we think every time he shot, all 3 times, should be a separate charge of murder, because that's what they would charge us with. And we believe this individual who videotaped this execution should be charged with aiding and abetting for the crime of murder. And we just want exactly what would have been done if the shoe was on the other foot to be done to this murderous father and son duo who killed Arbery, Mr. Arbery's son. And I look at him, and I'm with you, Jamie. It's just hard to think about him being a father and his mother having to go on in this world knowing that these guys are still free. It's almost as if your child life didn't matter at all.
Wow. Listen, we're here. We with you. You're right, Crumb. It's nothing that we hadn't seen him, and I appreciate you being there and being solid for this man. Our hearts are breaking, man, but we're gonna get it to everybody, and we'll let you see this footage and everything, so you'll sign off on whatever you want shown and not shown and things like that. So we have it for you, you got us, man.
I trust you completely, Jamie. Okay. You know, you playing lawyer good on television. And we talk about the law often. So
there it is.
Thank you.
There it is. All right, brother. All right, we sending you love, sir.
All right, y'all stay for that too.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.